let's just sew whatever. And suddenly, I have forgotten everything I ever knew about anything. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today, we are making the Neo wallet. I don't know what this is called. Neo crossbody bag? Anyway, this is from Kaur threads. I have been looking for something quick and easy and fun, and I've always enjoyed the shape of this bag, so I think it's time to make it. I'm pretty excited. I have some materials here. This is Paradise Meadow is what we've called it, but it's this really pretty daisy carnation print with these fun leaves and like vibrant fun colors. This is a midweight printed luxe vinyl. I have this French rose accessory weight luxe vinyl that I'm going to use for the flap and strap. Oh, we'll see. And then I have this is seafoam, I think, or mermaid blue. Not mermaid, but it's a really pretty color that actually matches like that pop of green in there. We also have waterproof cotton available in this print for when this print releases. I'm not sure what we have it set for. It might be October 1st. It's this print in different colorways and orientations throughout the year. I just really love it. So this is what we're making the Neo Crossbody wallet by Kaur threads out of. So I've got all my pieces here. You don't have to print all of the pieces because there is a cut chart. So it's just like page 30 something to 40 something maybe for these pieces. But looking at the instructions, it's super quick. It's going to be super quick to cut, so I'm really excited. Let's get into it. So I'm going to be using this for the flap for sure. So I've got my flap panel here. I don't know if I want... I like the idea of the solid for the strap, but I might use this because it's a little bit sturdier. We'll see. We're just gonna get right into it. Exterior, bottom panel, exterior top panel, front slip pocket, lining. Watch me just change everything. So there are some pieces that need interfacing, and I am probably not going to add any interfacing except to that flap. I really want this to be like a lightweight bag. With the water resistant canvas for my lining, I'm not going to need to interface card slots, pockets, anything like that, especially if you have a domestic. You're not going to want to do that. So I'm just going to work my way down the cutting list and then fit in these pieces where possible. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. And I'm just trying to map out the bag. So we've got the flap, and then in the pattern she has the lining or the exterior top panel as that solid, but I want a little bit more body to it, so I'm going to use this. Great, decision made. So we're going to need 2 accent fabric of that very first piece. I've got some tape on my piece list, and I've got my ruler here, so we're good to go. Okay. And I need 2 of these, so I'm gonna cut them out at the same time. In my head, I have been kind of sewing this. I was laying next to Dorothy while she was falling asleep, and I love the idea of the way the top of the bag is top stitched, and I've seen where people add D-ring connectors to the zipper tabs, and I'm just thinking like maybe I want to do that, but then there's 2 zipper tabs making our zipper, the opening to the bag, a little bit smaller. So I'm going to brainstorm on that. exterior bottom panel. I think I'm actually gonna measure this and then just cut out the corners. Yeah. It's like 5 7/8 tall. And we're gonna need 2 of those. I really love using the Luxe mid-weight vinyl for accessories and things like that because it has structure to it. You can see like it's not just an immediate droop, but it's still lightweight enough and it feels really nice. I really like it. I wonder why. Why do I like it? Why do I offer it? So I could either measure this piece here or cut it. Like maybe it was supposed to be 6. It was just really hard to tell. This seems like a very confident, beginner-friendly pattern. I'd say if you feel like you can make it, you could probably make it. Seems like it's a quick one to cut out as well. I mean, I'm not close to being done. I just started, but feeling pretty confident about it. All right, so we are done with that piece. We can set it aside. We need 1 exterior, 1 lining. Oh. That was our exterior bottom panel. Front flap panel is accent, so I'm gonna cut it out of something else. Front flap, interfacing front slip pocket panel is here. Again, I'm gonna measure this piece. We only need 1 of these. I was debating if I want this to be that print or if I would want to cut out. I might want to cut it out because this is going to go on top of one of your exterior panels. So 2 layers of this plus seams. I'm like, ooh, is it going to be too much? So I may go ahead and trim this piece down and cut one of my exterior panels out of that, actually. I'm gonna do that. Because the pattern piece really is mostly the same. Could use that for something. So that's the slip pocket. And then I need zipper tabs and connectors, but that's like pretty much it for this exterior fabric. And then you can choose to have a wristlet strap or crossbody strap. Front flap, front slip pocket. I cut out my exterior zipper tab out of vinyl. That's what I thought. You only need one of these. But again, I'm just thinking if I want to add like a D-ring to, well, I can't really do that. Okay, I'll just do the one. I'll follow the pattern. I know, crazy. And then it's one or the other for that zipper tab. I would like to make this a crossbody. So I'm going to have 2 connectors. And then it's not going to be a wristlet, so I'll go ahead and cross that off. So we don't need a wristlet strap. And then we'll need our crossbody strap. And I have this scrap piece here that I will go ahead and use. And it's going to be a 3/4 inch wide strap. So I'm going to line that up on one straight edge. I like to grab the longest ruler possible for this. Dang. It's like exactly 4 inches. I can't cut this. Because it's like a perfect 1-inch strap. I can't cut it. We'll make something else. So I'm going to take the length of vinyl here, move everything else out of the way so we don't cut through it. Line that up on a straight edge, and we'll cut 3 inches wide. And then while we're here, we can measure the center mark of 1.5 inches. So that when we sew this strap together, it'll be easy peasy. Okay, I need a project bin. So strap our little pieces here. I'm just kind of organizing everything else. Don't think we're gonna need this big of a ruler again, so I'm just gonna hang that back up. I love keeping my cutting table as organized as possible. Okay, so front flap panel. I'm going to be cutting out both exterior and lining from this because it is so thin. This is the accessory weight luxe vinyl in French rose. cut it like that. So I'm carefully cutting along that iconic front pocket. And then we've got this long straight edge here. I'm just gonna line up my ruler. I don't wanna be on top of that silver marking pen line. I wanna be right next to it and cut through. And then I can clip these together. I'm gonna interface it with my iron just over there, and we'll cut that later. Exterior bottom. Oh, I still need my exterior bottom panel. That's right, because it gets covered up. So I don't want that really thick vinyl. I mean, it's not a really thick vinyl, but it's thicker than the other. So doing 10 1/4 my shirt. I sourced the accessory weight vinyl literally for projects like this, where you don't want a super thick vinyl for your project because it's too much. So, just saying. That's why I did it. Okay, we've got our crossbody strap. We finished off our front flap panel. I'm not adding any woven interfacing to any of these pieces. I'm only going to be using either Sofuse Plus or Decaville Light. Probably Sofuse Plus because I feel like Decaville Light is going to be too thick in comparison to the rest of the bag. So everything else as I'm looking down is out of lining fabric. So sweet, we'll work on that. We didn't use a ton of this accent vinyl, so it's fun. We barely used the main vinyl too, so love that. And then there are two interfacing pieces that I had cut out, but I'm only gonna need the one for my materials. But you can make this out of like all quilting cotton. So interfacing is needed for that. So we're going to open this up. If you've not used water resistant canvas before, the back side, when you scratch your finger on it, casts like a whitish hue. Just FYI. I want to look for the largest, oops, sorry. The largest cut size and start with that. Looks like it's a little bit wider than my beloved ruler, so I'll use my Omni Grip ruler that's like 8.5 wide. No, it's 9.5 wide. That's okay though. Okay. So yeah, we're starting with that. I'm going to cross out the interfacing. I'm not going to need any interfacing with this lining fabric choice. All right, so this is my card slap panel. And then we can slide this up. This is the card slap back panel, which is the same width. So we'll cut from here. This is so cool. Like, there really isn't that much to this. I hate that it took me this long to do it. Okay. 8 by 9 and a half. And then make sure you cut the correct amount needed as well. Okay. Oh, okay. Lining panel. I was like, lining panel. I ain't got that. What? Okay. All right, so my lining panel, there's that one. Okay, and then I can put this back and I'll cut out my last two lining pieces, but then that's it. We did it. So this piece is a little bit crooked on this end, but we're going to be increasing the seam allowance when we put this together. So as long as I cut my boxed corner correctly to account for how much smaller that piece is, things will still line up okay when I go to put it together. And that is a choice that I can make as a seasoned bag maker who makes a lot of mistakes. That is a choice I am safe, I feel comfortable making. So my squares are not the same size, but in the end, when I put this all together, it will be. Just you wait. Just you wait. Line up your fold. Don't cut that square in the wrong spot. And I am just going so slow to cut out that corner, finishing off with my scissors. That is it, besides my interfacing. Don't forget your interfacing. And like I said, I'm going to use SoFuse Plus. I love this interfacing. It is very sturdy and still lightweight. One or two? One. 2 layers of this would make it feel a little bit thicker, but I really don't want a super thick flap. I just want something with a little more structure. And I am using my scissors to cut this so that I'm a little more precise, because we're going to use this kind of as a guide when we sew that flap together. And then I'll add a little scrap piece around my magnetic snap. So there's boop and boop. That's it. We'll grab our hardware. I love her patterns because they include what zippers you need to cut and how to prepare them. I think that is so incredibly helpful. And I can't wait to make this with you. I'd love to know if you're cutting it out with me and you're gonna make it, or if you're just kind of watching to see if you wanna make it once I've made it. Thank you all. Bye. Do I look like a giant purple people eater? Or do I look like a cute, comfy gym girl? A girl named Jim. Cute? Okay. Handsome boy doesn't know it, peach fuzz, and he can't even grow it. I'm gonna take it far away from this place, then I turn and see my sister's face, and she is helpless. And her eyes are just helpless. And I realize 3 fundamental truths at the exact same time.